Hey, Ms. Carter, how are you?
Hey, Johnny.
They do that before the consent agenda, right?
Well, she'll say.
5:30.
He said. Well, she'll. Hey, give him a look when you want him to say this.
A little.
All right, it is 5:30. I will call us to order. Please do the roll call
Collins,
Here.
Grennan,
Here.
Merle,
Here.
Neese, Topliff.
here. All right, please rise. Dear Heavenly Father, as we gather this evening, we ask that you influence our hearts and minds so that we govern this city fairly and justly. We thank you for the many blessings you've bestowed on our community, and we ask for your continued protection upon our city staff and crews. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so Mayor Kevin Guffey, the petitioner for the vacate on Bill 4806, item 4A, has asked to withdraw his petition to vacate.
I move to amend the agenda to remove item 4A. Second.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that will be removed from the agenda.
Okay, on to the consent agenda, which includes approval of minutes from August 18th, 2025 regular meeting and August 22nd, 2025 special meeting. Planning and zoning recommendation of a site plan for West Plains Auto World. A bid of $168,750 for a roof replacement on 395 Jackie Garrett Drive. Tourist Development Advisory Board appointments of Stuart Walters, filling a 2-year term set to expire October 2027. And Heather Smith filling the unexpired term of Michael Hollinger, set to expire February 2026. A park board appointment of Jared Barr, renewing a 3-year term set to expire October 2028. That concludes the consent agenda.
I have just one question, Mayor.
We need a motion before we discuss.
Make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Yes, Johnny.
The bid on the roofing, who did that? Who are we recommending receive that?
Todd is, I think, in the audience. Sorry. Yep, sorry. Going up, question about the bid for the roof replacement.
So was your question why we want that bid?
No, which bid are we proposing?
So what we are proposing is the full tear off of the roof for the GoCat building.
Right,
And then full replacement with a metal sheet.
and the proposed winning bidder?
Was West Plains Roofing.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's all.
Any other discussion? Is there any public input on our consent agenda? Right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Kelly.
All right, on to resolutions. Resolution 2025-18, a resolution of the City of West Plains, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to execute an intergovernmental equipment exchange between the City of West Plains and Oregon County for the exchange of mowing equipment and payment of a cash difference in value.
Would someone like to make a?
I make a motion to consider resolution 2025-18. I'll second.
Okay,
Oh, Council, Mayor. So we've been in talks with Oregon County. They currently, they own a Mower Max. It's a purpose-built mowing machine for right-of-way mowing. It's got an arm off to the right-hand side of it, made for right-of-way mowing or to reach down into creeks, lower creeks. So Oregon County, the problem they've had is their county roads are extremely narrow. They're able to get the machine down the road, but they're not able to meet traffic. So they're wanting something smaller to kind of go back to the tractors like what we currently have that's been used for years. So they came and proposed a trade for their vehicle or for their Mower Max. So I did speak with Howe County as for the Mower Max as well. Howe County has one in North District and South District. They love them. They said they will purchase more whenever funding allows and it'll be replaced. The new mower max, according to Howe County, is between $270,000 and $275,000. So Oregon County proposed, they was asking $220,000 for their machine. The machine is right at a year, maybe a year and a half old, I believe. It's got right at 100 hours on it, so it's really basically has not been used. The plastic is still on all the controls and everything. So what they proposed, or what we're proposing, or staff are proposing, is trading our tractor, which we bought in 2022 for $121,000. We're proposing trading our tractor and $120,000 cash for their piece of equipment. I did speak with them, Oregon County, and they're good with that amount, as long as we are. It's really going to help us a lot in being able to reach down into the creeks. Right now, we're utilizing skid steers, tracked skid steers, but we're actually having to climb a lot of these banks with the skid steers. It's pretty rough on our equipment, especially after water floods or anything like that. Any kind of debris that's in there. If we can stay up on top of the banks and reach down as far as we can without actually having to run a piece of equipment down unknown territory, unknown ground type stuff, is really going to help us a lot. So,
Yeah, I've got one of those machines in action out on the county, and that's
yeah.
pretty neat. Give a tree a haircut.
Howe County loves them. They've not had any issues with them when it comes to maintenance or anything like that. They've ran great. So
Thank you. There any public input on resolution 2025-18? Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say the same. All right.
Resolution 2025-19, a resolution of the City of West Plains, Missouri, approving an agreement between the city, the South 160 Community Improvement District, and Housing Plus LLC relating to the district's payment of certain fees on behalf of developer relating to applications for permits, reviews, and governmental approvals for the Garner Family Phase 2 project.
I make a motion to consider resolution 2025-19.
Second. Sam?
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, council members. Resolution in front of you is to approve an agreement between the city of West Plains, Housing Plus LLC is a developer on a proposed affordable housing project located in the South 160 Community Improvement District, and between the South 160 CID to cover fees associated with the cost of developing that project. New to the low-income housing tax credit application process this year are points that can be given for a project whereby the city agrees to waive fees for the developer in that to make that project more affordable. The city currently does not have a mechanism in its code to allow council to waive fees on a project. So because it's located in a CID, we reached out to the chair of that board to see if they would be interested in covering those fees, and they did pass a resolution last week that would support that. So we have a resolution from South 160 CID board. If approved tonight, this resolution will allow us to enter into that agreement between the three parties and make sure that the project does move forward if awarded by Missouri Housing Development Commission. So happy to answer any questions you might have.
Now, from this, are we going to need to make some ordinance changes so that in the future this can be offered to other developers wanting to do a housing project?
Yeah, potentially. Part of our comprehensive plan that we passed or adopted, the council adopted a couple of years ago, indicates a need for additional housing in West Plains. And one of those strategies is to work with developers, to work with federal and state partners to develop policy to encourage additional affordable housing. So that is something that staff and I will be working on. And hopefully we'll have something in place for you. It's not for just specifically a developer, but for any potential developer or project that is interested in developing a project that's going to be beneficial for the communities. So we are working on that. We unfortunately did not have that in place for this meeting, but I spoke with a member from MHDC today, and the process is still relatively new for them because the waiver of fees is a new feature to their application process. So they're still working out some bugs, and they understand that a lot of cities such as West Plains might not have the ability currently to waive those fees. So some cities are able to pass resolutions that can do that, but since ours is in code, we will have to adopt a code change to adopt a policy and change the code as we need to. So we'll hope to bring that to you as soon as we can. So,
That just seems to be like a good tool to have in the bill for future development and housing.
yes, sir.
Sam, with that allowance be available to like Habitat for Humanity housing? Like, because that has to go to low income or moderate income, I believe.
Yeah.
for those houses.
Correct. I mean, we have a lot of latitude in how we could develop such a policy and what would define a project and who a developer or qualified developer might be, whether it's a habitat project or something. So yeah, those are a lot of kinks in a policy that we would need to work out to make sure that the things are flowing smoothly if we do adopt a policy, because there will be some implementation on the staff end that we would have to follow. So we want to make sure that whatever policy we propose to the council will be something that we can work with and manage once adopted.
But it would have to be for an organization that's nonprofit, probably. Like if I had me as an individual, could I ask for fees to be waived?
It would depend on, again, how we kind of adopt that policy. So I would imagine we'll have an opportunity to have a work session or something on that so that you and anybody who's interested in the public can have an opportunity to weigh in on something like that. Because I think that's a good question. I don't have the answer outside of,
Yeah.
we can potentially make it whatever we want to make it, but
But our public money on private property,
that is a
getting in the
restriction.
weeds big time.
That is
Trying to do
definitely.
that.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the things we'll need to consider, because we will have to still remain in compliance with state laws.
Good, thanks.
Mhm.
Is there any public input on resolution 2025-19? Right, Kelly? Oh, wait, it's a resolution. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. All right, ayes have it.
Up next is a proclamation by mayor.
Oh. This is in recognition of Missouri Good Neighbor Week, which is September 28th through October 4th, 2025. Today, we celebrate the power of neighboring, because the neighborhood isn't just streets and houses, it's people and connection. Because a good neighbor doesn't just live next door, a good neighbor looks out for you. Because in a world where so many feel alone, we choose to show up for each other. From September 28th to October 4th, Missouri Good Neighbor Week calls us to action. One smile, one wave, an act of kindness at a time. Small gestures make a big difference, and a big difference can change a community. So this week, meet someone new, help someone out, share a word of encouragement. Be the neighbor you wish you had. Let's make our city a place where every door feels open, every face feels welcome, and every neighbor knows they belong together. We can make the most neighborly place in Missouri, and it's signed today by myself. So, probably true. But coming up on our West Plains page, you'll start seeing this little Good Neighbor Week with a little QR code. We're going to be doing a scavenger hunt where you go out to different locations, you scan the code, enter your information, and then from that you can go visit these scavenger hunts. Each day will be clues on where to go and everything. So that way you can get out and have a reason to meet people and be a good neighbor. Yes, Sam, I think it's your turn.
I have a few things for you this evening. Turf installation over at Hilburn Sports Complex is underway. So you'll remember that council approved a couple of months ago a bid to put turf on the infields of our fourplex over there at Hilburn. So that will help make sure the gameplay can continue when we get some adverse weather. So appreciate the team who put that bid together. Obviously appreciate council support for that bid as well. September is library card sign up month, so we're encouraging anybody who does not have a library card to swing over to the West Plains Library on Broadway and pick one up. If you do sign up for a card, if you're a new card holder, you'll be entered into a prize to win an Amazon Kindle. The Civic Center this week is hosting the last Food Truck Thursday event from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock over on the east parking lot. So we encourage residents to swing by the Civic Center on Thursday, grab a bite to eat. And then just following up again on Good Neighbor Week, coming up at the end of the month in September. We'll start to put some stuff out on social media, just ideas and ways that people can, contribute. So we're encouraging people just to get out and meet their neighbors if they haven't met them, or if you've been in your neighborhood for a long time and somebody new has moved in, go say hi and, bring them a batch of cookies or something. So just get out there and meet our folks, meet the friends that we call neighbors. Encourage everybody to stay tuned to social media at the end of the month as we start to roll out some ideas and some crazy things to do there.
Fantastic.
That's all I have this evening, Mayor.
You know, another good thing you can do to get involved is downtown music Thursday night, listening to our own Craig Collins perform. Looking forward to that. I didn't know Sean Filler sang.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be fun.
it'll be a good time. A lot of positive stuff going on downtown. A lot of action. I gotta figure out how to play bocce ball now, so. All right, well, no further action. May God bless. And this meeting is adjourned. And we'll